2, 1. Hey everyone, you're at musicwithryan.com. As you just saw and heard, I played through the wonderful and beautiful fiddle tune, Home Sweet Home. It's in the key of C, not too many fiddle tunes in the key of C. And I kind of arranged a beginning to intermediate, perhaps more on the beginning side, arrangement for the tune. And it kind of sits in the Carter style. I didn't so much do any flat picking. Maybe there's a little dash of cross picking in there, but more just kind of melody within the rhythm, kind of the Carter style thing. This is a preview lesson of the full-length version available at my website. If you do decide to purchase, it comes with about 30 minutes of video, PDF tabs, and 4 backing tracks, so you can kind of work your way up to the performance speed, all the way from slow up to fast. And I also have a mini rhythm lesson as well. So I cover kind of the basics of how I would play backup or rhythm when I'm jamming this tune at the jam. So we're going to start walking through this lesson. Again, measure for measure, kind of give you a sense, give you an idea of how I teach and how my lessons roll out. Again, if you like the way I do teach and you like this genre of music, I encourage you to go over to my website and check out the library of tunes I have over there. Always adding things every day. And yeah, I'm here to teach. So if you like it, please subscribe, make a comment on the page, and thanks for watching, okay? Take care. All right, so let's go ahead and start walking through Home Sweet Home here, done in the Carter style. And we're in the key of C, and I'm just going to play the first 2.5, 3 measures here, and then we'll start breaking it down and talk about some details. So the first few measures sound like this. Starts on beat 2. It's like 1. I'll just do that again. Ready, go. So that sits in the key of C, and as you might notice, I'm not quite playing my just normal C here. I actually am doing a C/G chord, and the G note down here isn't in the bass necessarily. If I was playing upright bass or any kind of bass, but this shape allows us to get some melody notes and some other things just more connected together. And it's this thing that I commonly use in the Carter style or any kind of playing again. So if I have my C chord, I take my 3rd finger, put it on the low string in the 3rd fret, and then my pinky slides in there where the 3rd finger was, on the 3rd fret of the A. And it gives it a thicker sound. It's kind of an inversion. Well, kind of is. Yeah, I get more connected playing and a little more lusher sounds. You could still, but I want that low note to ring, and all those notes just ring, and I don't have to move any fingers. So sometimes I play when I'm in the key of C, I play this style position, and sometimes I don't, just depending on the tune. And then also, so I'm starting there, and then when I go to F, I'm actually doing an F with the /C, with the C in the bass. So instead of my F like that, I just keep the same shape that I was at C/G, F/C. Called slash chords. If you see them on tabs or anything, or on sheet music, that's what they're talking about. That's what that shape is. So there it is. Okay, so I'll be using that on and off throughout the piece. So I just wanted to cover that real quick. So those first few measures, that first measure and a half, gotta lift up my 2nd finger there. So open D, and then D lot on the D string there, the melody. And open D, hammer 2, down, up, second fret. And now on my down ups, as you see written on the tab there, I am just strumming the bottom 3 strings. Sometimes the bottom 3 or 4, or the highest sounding 3 or 4. But yeah, it's marked there for a reason. Instead of strumming across all my strings, I just strum across the bottom 3. Yeah, and all those strings are getting hit like with the same intensity or the same weight, perhaps. Like they don't, the high E or the B string I don't want them to stand out anymore. I want it to be equal across those bottom 3 strings as far as like how you hear it or how I strike the strings. So I often get that comment a lot. But okay, so that first measure 2 there again. Ready, go. So over the F chord, it's open D, and then I hammer on the 3rd fret, so my pinky really, and then I do a down up, then I pluck the G string, and then down up. Just that F measure, ready, go. And so if you're kind of a beginner or intermediate beginner and you're starting doing more hammer-ons or haven't done them before, just want to pay close attention to this next comment. So, and if you have hammer-ons down, you can kind of pass on by this. But the hammer-ons, again, we don't want. No, I want. Even, they're both 8th notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and okay, bottom. Not in this case. Could we do it? Sure, but not what's written, not for this tune or whatever. My arrangement. So yeah, just want to note about the hammer-ons, and it might take a little bit to get that pinky to hammer on.